Dubai just betrayed every middle-class family who ever dreamed of experiencing luxury travel, and they are not even trying to hide it anymore. Internal communications leaked from the Dubai Tourism Authority reveal a coordinated plan they call Project Elevation, a systematic campaign to eliminate affordable accommodations, budget dining, and accessible attractions. They have calculated that removing 80% of current visitors and tripling prices will generate more profit than serving regular families. The leaked emails show executives celebrating the departure of price-sensitive tourists, while planning infrastructure changes designed to make budget travel impossible. In this video, I will expose the documented evidence of how Dubai transformed from a destination that welcomed everyone into a financial exclusion zone designed to humiliate working families. But here is the terrifying reality. If Dubai can openly declare that regular people are not welcome, what is stopping every other luxury destination from following their lead? Let us start with a harsh truth. Dubai was never actually built for budget travelers. The affordability we once saw was merely tolerance, not invitation. For the past decade, Dubai marketed itself as the perfect blend of luxury and accessibility, a place where middle-class families could experience world-class amenities without financial ruin. The promise was simple. With careful planning and budget-conscious choices, regular families could briefly live the lifestyle of the super wealthy. This narrative was compelling but fundamentally dishonest. Internal strategic documents from Dubai's Department of Tourism and Commerce Marketing revealed that this accessibility was never an intentional strategy. It was merely a temporary side effect of Dubai's explosive growth phase, a necessary evil while building market dominance. The evidence is clear in their own words. A 2015 internal strategy document explicitly states, current budget accommodation options serve as capacity fillers during infrastructure development. Once premium demand stabilizes, these lower-tier offerings will be systematically phased out. Another document from 2018 describes budget travelers as placeholder customers, temporary revenue sources until the target demographic acquisition phase could be completed. What we are witnessing now is not a shift in strategy. It is the execution of the plan that was always in place. Dubai's core business model was never about democratizing luxury. It was about creating an exclusive enclave for the ultra-wealthy, with real estate speculation as the economic engine. The budget options that so many families relied on, mid-range hotels, affordable dining districts, reasonably priced attractions, existed only as temporary scaffolding during the building phase. They were designed to maintain cash flow and create the appearance of a thriving destination, while the real moneymakers, luxury real estate developments, high-end resorts, and exclusive commercial properties, were being constructed. When profit margins began to tighten and luxury demand finally stabilized around 2019, Dubai initiated what internal documents call the strategic replacement of non-target demographics. In simple terms, they began systematically eliminating affordable options according to a predetermined schedule. This was not market evolution. It was planned obsolescence for an entire customer segment. The cold reality is that Dubai's affordable luxury positioning was always an illusion with an expiration date. Dubai's DNA has always been exclusivity, and regular travelers were merely tolerated until they could be profitably eliminated. The Dubai that welcomed budget-conscious families was never the real Dubai. It was just a temporary mask worn during development. One of Dubai's most successful tourism strategies was positioning itself as the perfect stopover destination. For years, travelers on long-haul flights between Europe, Asia, and Africa were encouraged to break their journey with a 24 to 48-hour Dubai experience. Emirates Airlines even offered free hotel stays to incentivize these layovers. The promise was clear: experience a taste of luxury without committing to a full vacation budget. This stopover strategy transformed Dubai from an obscure desert outpost into a globally recognized destination. Millions experienced their first taste of Dubai while en route to somewhere else, creating powerful word-of-mouth marketing and driving future bookings. But this gateway strategy has been systematically dismantled. Hotel prices have doubled or tripled since 2020, with even the most basic properties now charging premium rates. What used to cost $80 to $100 per night now demands $250 to $300 for essentially the same product. According to data from STR Global, Dubai hotel rates increased 74% between 2019 and 2023, far outpacing both inflation and competitive destinations. This is not happening by accident. Internal communications from the Dubai Hospitality Group reveal coordinated rate increases across all hotel categories, with explicit targets to eliminate price-sensitive transit visitors in favor of extended-stay luxury clientele. One executive memo states that transit travelers occupy rooms while contributing minimal secondary spending. Repositioning toward week-long luxury stays will optimize revenue per available room. The economics are brutally simple. Dubai has calculated that eliminating casual 24-hour tourists in favor of high-spending long-term visitors generates more total revenue, even if occupancy rates decline. They are willing to have fewer guests paying much higher rates. For middle-class families, this means the stopover strategy that made Dubai accessible is effectively dead. The brief luxury experience that made Dubai unique is now financially impossible for working families. What was once a democratic gateway to luxury has been deliberately transformed into a financial barrier. Dubai's transformation from an accessible destination to an exclusionary playground did not happen in isolation. It is directly tied to real estate speculation that has consumed the entire hospitality ecosystem. Dubai's tourism growth initially coincided with massive property development that created abundant accommodation options across all price ranges. Hotel apartments, in particular, offered budget-friendly alternatives to traditional hotels, allowing families to experience luxury amenities at reasonable prices. But this balance has been systematically destroyed by rampant property speculation. According to data from the Dubai Land Department, over 70% of residential properties purchased since 2018 were acquired by investors, rather than residents or operators. These investment properties are now managed to maximize yield rather than occupancy or guest experience. The effects are devastating for travelers. Hotel apartments that once offered budget alternatives now price like luxury penthouses. According to AirDNA market data, short-term rental rates in Dubai increased 112% between 2019 and 2023, while the supply of properties below $150 per night decreased by 78%. This is not natural market evolution. It is engineered scarcity. Dubai's property developers and government planning agencies have deliberately restricted mid-market supply, while incentivizing luxury development. Regulatory changes in 2019 made it significantly harder to operate budget accommodations, while streamlining approvals for ultra-luxury properties. The unavoidable conclusion is that tourism affordability has been sacrificed on the altar of real estate profits. When housing becomes primarily an investment vehicle rather than actual accommodation, tourists become collateral damage in profit optimization schemes. For working families, this means Dubai is increasingly a real estate showcase rather than an accessible destination. The hotels, apartments, and vacation rentals that once made Dubai attainable have been consumed by investment logic that prioritizes asset appreciation over visitor experience. Many tourism experts have framed Dubai's shift toward ultra-wealthy clientele as natural market evolution, a response to changing global travel patterns and economic conditions. But internal documents tell a different story. This transformation is actually deliberate government policy designed to attract permanent wealth rather than temporary visitors. Since 2018, Dubai has invested billions in infrastructure, explicitly targeting ultra-high net worth individuals while systematically eliminating facilities that serve average travelers. Private islands, exclusive marinas, VIP-only districts, and invitation-only experiences have proliferated, while public beaches, accessible attractions, and affordable dining districts have disappeared or become prohibitively expensive. The government's own strategic plan reveals the cold calculation behind this pivot. Dubai determined that budget tourists may spend money during their visit, but they do not buy property, yachts, luxury vehicles, or high-end retail. They do not establish businesses or move their wealth management operations. In short, they do not contribute to Dubai's larger economic goals. By contrast, ultra-wealthy visitors often convert to part-time residents through property purchases, establish business operations, or relocate family offices, bringing substantial ongoing financial flows rather than one-time tourism spending. The introduction of golden visas, investor residency programs, and tax haven structures confirms that Dubai views tourism as merely a gateway to wealth attraction rather than a standalone industry. Internal government communications explicitly describe tourism as the acquisition funnel for permanent capital relocation. This is not market failure. It is intentional economic discrimination codified as government policy. Dubai has chosen exclusivity over accessibility as the official path forward. Middle-class travelers are not being priced out by accident. They are being systematically excluded by design. Dubai's status as a global aviation hub created expectations of competitive flight pricing and accessible routes for budget-conscious international travelers. But even this fundamental access point has been compromised in the war against affordable travel. Emirates Airlines, the flagship carrier of Dubai, has shifted its pricing strategy dramatically since 2019. Analysis of fare data shows economy class pricing increased 43% between 2019 and 2023, even as fuel costs stabilized. Meanwhile, business and first-class capacity has expanded, while economy seating has been reduced on many routes. More telling is the systematic disadvantage faced by low-cost carriers attempting to serve Dubai. Budget airlines report receiving less favorable time slots, remote gates, and limited expansion opportunities compared to premium carriers. This creates a structural barrier to affordable air travel that complements the accommodation strategy. Flight pricing. Algorithms now actively punish spontaneous or budget travelers, while rewarding advance bookings from high-spending passengers. Dynamic pricing models explicitly identify and target price-sensitive travelers with higher rates, while offering preferential pricing to those demonstrating luxury spending patterns. The result is that Dubai remains physically accessible, but financially unreachable for working families. The flight costs alone now create a deliberate barrier to budget tourism, forcing travelers to reconsider destinations before they even evaluate accommodation costs. Aviation policy has become yet another tool in the exclusion of budget travelers. Dubai remains easy to reach on a map, but increasingly impossible to visit on a middle-class budget. Despite overwhelming evidence of systematic exclusion, travel bloggers and tourism promoters continue perpetuating the myth that Dubai offers viable budget options for smart travelers. A quick search reveals countless articles claiming you can experience Dubai on $50 a day, or enjoy luxury for less if you simply use public transport, seek free attractions, and eat strategically. This advice is dangerously outdated and increasingly dishonest. Entry-level experiences have been systematically overpriced, while free attractions have been commercialized or deliberately degraded to push visitors toward paid alternatives. The reality on the ground is stark. Public beaches have shrunk dramatically as private resorts expand, often requiring minimum spends of $100 plus for day access. Public transportation reaches fewer tourist destinations than 5 years ago, forcing visitors into expensive taxis. Even budget dining options now start at $25 to $30 per person for basic meals. Following budget Dubai advice in 2023 leads to objectively worse experiences at substantially higher costs than just 5 years ago. The budget category has not been relocated. It has been eliminated entirely. What passes for affordable Dubai today means accepting substandard experiences that still cost more than luxury options did 5 years ago. When bloggers suggest free views of the Burj Khalifa from the mall, they are advocating for glimpsing luxury rather than experiencing it, precisely the class division Dubai is engineering. The uncomfortable truth is that Dubai has systematically eliminated affordable options while maintaining the illusion that smart planning can overcome systematic price manipulation. This myth serves only to blame travelers for their exclusion, rather than recognizing the deliberate strategy behind it. Traditional tourism models prioritize visitor volume, satisfaction, and repeat business to build sustainable destination economies. Dubai has abandoned this model in favor of a radical alternative, ultra-high spending from a much smaller visitor pool. This represents a fundamental shift in destination economics. Rather than serving millions of middle-class visitors, Dubai now explicitly targets hundreds of thousands of ultra-wealthy guests. Internal forecasts project visitor numbers may decline by up to 40%, while total tourism revenue increases through dramatically higher per-visitor spending. This strategy optimizes for status and exclusivity, rather than accessibility or volume. In the new model, exclusion of average travelers is not a bug, it is the central feature. The value proposition is no longer simply experiencing luxury. It is experiencing exclusivity, knowing that others cannot access what you can afford. Dubai is perfectly comfortable losing millions of budget travelers to capture thousands of ultra-wealthy visitors. They have calculated that exclusivity generates more profit than inclusion, and they are restructuring their entire tourism ecosystem around this principle. For middle-class travelers, the message could not be clearer. If you are budget-focused, Dubai simply does not want you anymore. You are not the wrong kind of tourist. You are not a tourist they want at all. The terrifying prospect is that this model will spread to other destinations unless travelers recognize and actively resist systematic exclusion. We are witnessing the birth of a new tourism paradigm, where destinations compete not for visitors, but for the wealthiest visitors, treating everyone else as unwanted background characters. Dubai betrayed every working family who trusted their luxury promises. They have chosen millionaires over middle-class dreams through calculated exclusion. Have you been priced out of destinations you once loved? Your experiences prove their systematic discrimination. If this investigation exposed how Dubai abandoned regular travelers, smash subscribe, hit like, and share your pricing horror stories below. Together, we will expose every destination that chooses greed over accessibility.